Greetings to you all, and I do welcome you to this broadcast. It's not impromptu, it was actually planned and planned for this very moment, at this very hour, on this very day and date. I welcome you. As you join, please indicate to me whether you hear me clearly and you see me clearly, for I would that you do both. Additionally, if you have the means, please tag, I think her name is Aria, whatever her name is, Fanali's wife. I don't know if there's any first lady. I just said it in the caption for the sake of your knowing who it is. Thank you for the feedback, Anthony. To those of you on YouTube, welcome. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel, as well as liking the video if you do, and selecting the notification bell icon so that you can be informed as to when I upload videos, for I do not always do videos on YouTube. But welcome. We have a very significant matter to discuss, so please tag Irfan Ali's wife, Irfan Ali himself, the Central Islamic Organization, whatever else they have, that's an organization responsible for Muslims. Tag my friend Chow Pao, because he may have something to say about this. But this broadcast was planned for this evening. If you don't mind as well, please invite someone who knows me here with us, because many people on Saturday evening, according to Julius Caesar's calendar and Pope Gregory's calendar, days of the week naming system. And I would like to spend some time with you all tonight. Today, I think it's supposed to be some show, some concert. And my issue, although I have one with any sodomite, any effeminate, any man who is going to be saying or dressing like a woman, I don't care what it is. And I know I gained some enemies now, but is the broadcast good? Because I know I want to be clear when I gain enemies again. When people get mad at me, I love for it to be very clear, very, very clear, pellucid. It's not pellucidly clear. Pellucid means clear. But I want it to be pellucid as ever. They must know that I'm saying this very clearly. Any man who has to dress like a woman to be funny, I have a problem with you. That includes Tyler Perry. Anyone, I don't care who you are, near and far, if you are a man and the only way that you can be funny is if you look like a woman, I have a problem with you. I have, and this is my page, so I have a right to say what I feel about it. There's nothing funny about dressing like a woman. If you cannot be masculine and funny, and you can only be feminine and funny, there's something wrong with you. Somebody said the sound is a little low. I can project my voice. That's the easy part. Let me see if I can turn up a bit. Stay with me. Audio. All right, so I've increased the mic volume. Let's see what happens. Okay, so someone is saying that the audio was low. So help me, please. Is it good? Who was that? We had Neil. Neil, is it better? I turned my audio up a bit. So tell me if it's fine. I don't want it to be any distortions. I want to make myself very clear tonight. Tonight is a night where if you now you know for sure that I speak clearly in general, but I'll be even clearer, more pellucid, absolutely clear. Thank you, Everett. So let me repeat. If you're a male and the only way that you can be funny is when you dress like a woman, I have a problem with you. I have an issue with that. There's not, you cannot tell me, don't tell me that the only way that you can be funny is if you look like a girl or a woman or a bad woman or an old woman. That doesn't fly by me. You need to work on your craft if you want to be a comedian. But My issue tonight is beyond a man dressing like a woman. My issue is with Madam Aria, is that her name? Ali. You. You are a mother of two boys, and I'll talk to you tonight because it seems as if preachers in this country are afraid of y'all for whatever reason. They want the new thing now. You want to get a contract, and that's supposed to be a whole life gone down the drain. Well, I have one. I've been contracted by the government of this country, by the administration, to construct a part of a road. If you want to take it, because what I say, to hell with you, take it. I would not change what I have to say. There's nobody in this world that could bribe me into silence. You aren't born yet, and your mother dead. I'll speak in our Guyanese vernacular in that case. You ain't born yet, and your mother dead. You cannot bribe me to make me stop talking. You can buy the whole world, and I will still tell you when you're wrong. Madam Ali, known as First Lady of this country, you are a mother of two boys, and that's what I talk to you tonight. You are a mother of two boys. You. And the first thing I want you to tell me as this broadcast begins is if you are okay with Irfan's son. That's the first one. Zaid, or whatever his name is. I don't need to know the children's name. They're my children. I make them. Let's deal with child number one and child number two. Are you okay, madam, with child number one, your firstborn, dressing like a woman? Huh? You're supposed to be Muslim. You dress up at Eid and dress up at all these different things and wish Guyanese happy Eid and all the rest of it. And then you reduce yourself to this. What has happened? What has happened? What has happened to our first people? First, it was Granger in 2000, whenever it was, 17, somewhere around there, 16, when he said that he has no problem. You were the executive president of this country, and you said, Granger, that you have no issue with two adults speaking to grown men involving or engaging in buggery. You didn't use the term, but that's the term in law. As long as they don't hurt anybody. What foolishness is that? There has never been another president in this country who said what the nonsense you did. And you don't even know why Yahweh kicked you out. By the way, this is not a secular, which means non-religious, because those that will come tonight make it clear to you. Because the preachers who use the word secular all the time, I don't know what it means. This is not a secular, it's not a secular broadcast, meaning it's void of religious conviction. This is entirely religious. So if you don't like when I speak from a religious perspective, get off my page. I'm not talking to you from any other perspective here. You, Madam Ali, Irfan's wife, are supposed to be Muslim. And here you are. Let me show the world what you endorse. You. To those of you who want to meet Eve Larry, you have a long night ahead of you. You want to arrest me, the police will know where to find me. So you don't have to make it hard. When I say what I have to say to her, if you think that if she calls and tell you I hurt her feelings, come and arrest me for telling her exactly what she did is absolutely stupid and ridiculous and unacceptable. I never thought that you could bring yourself so low as a woman who has a responsibility to represent all women in this country if you call First Lady. You're a mother. And you have a responsibility as one who's earning or using our taxpayers' money, whatever you're doing, to embark on all these projects. And you want to give people sanitary napkins, pads, as it was called. You want to be that's your thing. You want to ensure that everybody has access to sanitary napkins when they're menstruating. Do anti-men menstruate? So you're endorsing it. And don't tell me don't endorse it, because whatever you promote, whatever you stand behind, whatever you invite in your space and deem to be acceptable in reference to your conduct, I call it endorsement. Now you can correct me and tell me otherwise, and I surely would say, well, then I was wrong. It is disgraceful. Newsroom. Now let me show you the photograph first. Y'all look. Let me take my camera off so you can see. Pay attention. This is from Newsroom. This on the right is Madam Ali, Irfan Ali's wife. That's the president of this country. The man who's paid to be president, that's his wife on the right. On the left, encircled, is this Priyanka fella from Canada, who's a drag queen. It's a man who dresses like a woman. And he's supposed to be here in this country for some concert tonight. That's why I waited for tonight to talk about this. I give pictures all the days to talk. And you all in talk. December 7th, which is tonight, according to Gregory's calendar. Tonight is the concert at Theatre Guild. And on the right is the one who's called First Lady. Good. On the left is a man dressed like a woman. Now I want to understand, with all that's happening in this country, this girl, Ali, has nothing better to do. With all that Ghana has to deal with. Violence against women. You saw it last night on the highway. A man stabbed, choked his wife in the presence of a child. Homelessness. Children on the street begging more than anything else in this country. And she has the time to engage this fellow. Let me present the other aspect of this news report from Newsroom. Let me show you how sick Newsroom is as well. All y'all in the same boat. And I'll show you, I'm repeating this, so you won't see my face in it for a bit, but bear with me here. Newsroom, that was before I said I think it is. First Lady, yes, Arya, whatever your name is, Ali, invited Priyanka and her team, look at the language Newsroom is using here, and her team for a courtesy call at the New Giraffe Cafe in the Aden Best Western. That's the new hotel, I guess. Midtown, Georgetown, Guyana building. Priyanka was accompanied by her parents, Chamili Prasad and Sipal Suknanan. Her partner, George Karutz. Her partner, Auntie Man. Sodomite. All right. So, and Sassel's managing director, I guess, is Joel Simpson. But pay attention carefully. Pay attention, please. Look at what Newsroom said. Newsroom is saying that First Lady, I didn't call her First Lady. Newsroom presented Arya Ali as First Lady, invited an anti-man and his team. Now, Newsroom said her team. Look what Newsroom did. Her team. Okay. So, as I said, you will see my face for a bit. Now, let me show you this fella and what this man said to Newsroom. And Newsroom still call this person her. Look and listen.
Well, first things first, I'm a man. I'm a drag queen from Canada. I won Canada's Drag Race. So Drag Race is a really big franchise.
I'll play it again for y'all in case you missed it. Arya Ali. Newsroom is interviewing this fellow. Listen to what the man said when they asked, who are you? Tell us about yourself. The very first thing this man...
Well, first things first, I'm a man. I'm a drag queen from Canada. I won Canada's Drag Race. So Drag Race is a really big franchise.
Now, although this person told Newsroom that I am a man, first things first means let us establish what is called definition of terms and an understanding in the discussion. So the person, this Priyanka fellow, said, let me make it clear to you at the beginning, at the onset of this interview, who is Priyanka? I am a man. You mean to tell me that after somebody tells you they're a man, First Lady Arya Ali, newsroom reports, invited Priyanka and her team. So why did the person tell y'all that he's a man? Why waste time telling you that he's a man if you can't even respect what somebody describes himself as? No, this person didn't say I identify as a woman. This person said to y'all at newsroom that I am a man, quote unquote. And you present to us in a news report that her, Priyanka and her team, and her parents, and her partner. So you can't even, you are so hooked on sodomy, perversion, decadence, lawlessness, a lack of basic human understanding when it comes to morality, that even when the person tells you that he's a man, you say, no, I'll call you her. And Arya Ali, this is what you're associated with. You're not any First Lady for me. I don't have to call you First Lady. I just call you First Lady because of what the news report said. But who in the world can classify one of your ilk as First Lady? You are the premier of women in this country when you would sit with a full-blown sodomite, nasty, dirty, stinking sodomite, an abominable creature who came to the country with a man. You would invite that person to eat? What makes a sodomite so important to you, and you're Muslim? What makes a sodomite? What makes a homosexual? What makes an anti-man so important to you, Arya, a mother of 2 young boys? What makes him so important to you that you have to invite this person to lunch? Huh? You are not satisfied with the fact that within your husband's cabinet, since he's a pseudo-president, he performs as president. He's not. We know Jaggi runs the country, but that's fine for y'all. Your husband who performs the role as president has within his cabinet a woman who's married to another woman. Y'all ain't satisfied with that. Let me see if I can find it. A woman. There may be a delay, but I'm going to look for something. So just bear with me. A woman married to a woman. Oh, I have it. Now, I saw, and you could tell me, Madam Susan Rodriguez, if it's untrue. Again, I could be corrected. I would love for you to correct me in this case, in the interest of Guyanese. But I saw, and I published on my broadcast, actually, I spoke to it, a wedding invitation. You remember that, Susan? You were supposed to be married to a female. And I and other Guyanese had an issue with that. Because according to the law of this country, 2 men cannot be married. According to the laws of Guyana, and you, Susan Rodriguez, are a legislator. It means you're a lawmaker. And if you are a lawmaker in this country, you function in the legislative arm of governance, which means you are one who could make or frame laws in Guyana. How in the world? Look at, I encircle the wedding band. Are you married to a man? Wedding bands are symbolic of marriage. You're wearing on your wedding finger a band. Are you married? I'm asking you this not to defame because you all get hurt easy and try to sue people. Sue me if you want. I'm asking a question. Sue me for asking a question. Are you married to the woman who you had an invitation was published? There was an uproar. I was informed that the wedding was moved from Atlanta, which should have been held, I think it was Atlanta, and you got married in Miami. That's what someone said. Now, you can tell me if I'm wrong. I'm asking because you paid by me. You paid by Guyanese. You are a public servant. You, madam, you are paid to function as a minister within the Ministry of Housing. I want you to tell me, based on this what I've encircled here, this ring on your hand, are you married to the woman? And if that were the case, or if that is the case, I can therefore see that probably this woman here on the right, Aria Ali, has no problem because her husband has in the cabinet, if that's the case, one who's married to a woman. So y'all may be representing, in reference to the PPP, the age of sodomy on steroids. I thought Granger was bad. What is it with our nation that this behavior takes such importance when it comes to people of societal influence? Now let's speak to these two words because tonight wouldn't be very long. I wouldn't be very long with you all, but I want to have my voice heard and my face seen in reference to this matter. When it pertains to, or when we speak to the secular responsibility of someone, it means the person that secular vocation or job, as you call it, my secular job, it means the person's job is not religiously based. That's what secular means. It has no tie to religion. It is not founded on a religion. It's not confined to a religion or religious beliefs. So that's why somebody would say, I work in the bank and that's my secular job, because the bank is not governed by any religion, unless you in Dubai or somewhere else. However, Aria Ali, you have what is called a societal role to play. And in your societal role, that does not eliminate religion. It actually includes it. You are of the Muslim society. First of all, in reference to what you believe or supposed to believe in. Does your Muslim society promote men buggery? Let's make it clear tonight. Because the law in Ghana speaks of buggery, article, I think it's 251 or 351, somewhere of the Sexual Offences Act. So let's talk. The criminal act in Guyana is buggery. It's criminal to do it. This person came with his man. Irfan Ali's wife invited these people downtown because they will have to make a show now at a cafe in the Giraffe Cafe in the new hotel. You invited them according to newsroom. What makes this person so important? You have to extend an invitation, Aria. Did you invite the women in Mocha who was dragged in the mud like a pig? Did you invite the African woman from Mocha, Arcadia, who was dragged in the mud, pressed down like a hog? Did you invite them to talk to you? Did you invite the children in Mocha, Arcadia, who, when they came home, they saw a machine knocking their house down with their mothers in the yard hollering? Did you invite them? Did you invite the people from Amelia's ward? The lady who was in her house, when she looked outside, the machine was coming to her house, the excavator, to knock it down with her inside? Huh? No, when the law crossed in Guyana, the sodomites went all the way to the CCJ. All the way to the CCJ to change it. And the sodomites of the CCJ said that it's acceptable because dressing inappropriately is really relative to something, because it has a lot to do with okay, you may be inclined to counter how they say to dress like a woman, and that's appropriate for you as a man, that is. Shalom, shalom, my brother Aubrey. Grandpa now, indeed so. I appreciate it. Thank you. Did you invite Aria? The people from, I think it was the East Bank, Sierra, I think somewhere there, wherever it was, who's again were evicted unceremoniously. Did you invite them? Huh? You Muslim? No. You saw no reason to invite such people, did you? But instead, you took the time. You took the time to sit with a full-blown anti-man. And newsroom took the time that although to report that although the fella called himself a male, first of all, let me shoot again. He said, I am a man. That was enough for y'all. You still call him her. Those who just Johnny, look at this.
Well, first things first, I'm a man. I'm a drag queen from Canada. I won Canada's Drag Race. So Drag Race is a really big franchise.
This person said, first things first, I'm a man. You think a Carter guy needs to think Newsroom, okay? Look at Newsroom's report. First Lady Arya Ali invited Priyanka and her team. Who works at Newsroom? Oh, I know, right. I get it. This person, this individual said, I am a man. Who is Priyanka? Priyanka is a man. Priyanka said that. Newsroom went ahead and still reported Priyanka and her team. Arya Ali invited Priyanka and her team for a courtesy call at the New Giraffe Cafe in Aden Best Western, Midtown, Georgetown, Guyana building. Priyanka was accompanied by her parents, her again. And Priyanka said, first thing first, I'm a man. They don't care. And her partner, George Scarouz. And Priyanka said, I'm a man. In Islam, Irfan, is your wife action acceptable? Chow Pao, you might be quiet on this one. Central Islamic Organization, Ali Haq, you might be quiet on this one too. Now, you all had better not, and I haven't seen anybody yet, but I know you come afterwards. You'd better not come on my page. I don't normally block people. But I'll tell you what I have to tell you first, and then I'll get rid of you. To tell me that what Arya Ali did as a wife of the president of this country and a mother of two boys is acceptable. The opposition of this country is entirely silent. When a mother in Arya Ali, who benefits from our taxpayers' money, and serves as this thing called First Lady, could sit with a grown man who said, I'm a man, and entertain a man and his partner. By the way, according to the laws of Guyana, buggery is illegal. It is unlawful. And I want to know, Aiden is a very interesting name indeed. I want to know, how could a first lady sit with a man who is committing, based on his behavior and based on the fact he should play with another man as his partner? You have clearly, based on basic human reasoning, the ability to say, oh, so two y'all are bugger mates then. It is a criminal act. When did we get to the place in this country where you can entertain criminals? Would you entertain someone who does something that's illegal? Huh? Oh, I see. So you're now in an age whereby, as the first lady, you have a right to insult me, insult other Guyanese who, based on our tax-paying dollars, support you. You can disregard our stance. Opposition members, why are you so quiet on this? Why are you so silent? When did this become acceptable? When did it become acceptable for someone who has two boys, young boys, Arya Ali? When did it become okay for you as a mother to sit with a man dressed as a woman who has his burger mate right beside him, and you could entertain these people? There's nothing offensive, abominable about them. What kind of person are you? You see, Aria, when you had your all right story on the boat, the $50,000 I think was for ticket story. I told this country from the moment I saw that you could lean over as the first lady, cock up your leg and begin to do what you did. I told this country that we've never had one like you, and that what you represent is totally unacceptable, because you are supposed to be a lady, and there's certain things called being ladylike. And you new age a woman could come on my page. I tell it's my page. So if I offend you, get off of it. But when you have a societal responsibility, it speaks to norms that society establishes, and you have to abide by them. That's what is called a societal role. So you have a secular role where there's nothing called religion in it. But then when you have a societal responsibility, you have a responsibility to uphold the norms and values of our society. And it is unacceptable. That is why the Burgamites, the nasty, stinking, dirty, abominable set, would say that they are a minority group, because you are very, very small in number. And you mean to tell me that this opposition called APNU AFC could not even issue a statement? Huh? So you all intend to lead this country without moral codes? Well, let me just help you all, because that's what you're going to say. And tonight's a night where I'm going to invest some of my time, not a lot of it, into helping the morons, the moronic, the asinine, the donkeys at the back of the class. I'm going to help you, very, very much so. And I know how I'll help you, because you hate me when I get through speaking. But I'm going to help you with this. You always say, we don't determine the moral values of people. Hush your mouth. You are lying, because theft is immoral. Stealing is immoral. So why do people go to jail for it? If stealing is immoral, it means it's a societal code. And society says, according to this act, we don't like it. According to our values. It's so bad that you should be arrested for it. Oh, so if you don't establish norms for people, then why do you jail a thief? Oh, judge not. I know you'll come with that one too. If you say judge not, why do you judge thieves? Why do you judge those who rob you by as you say, by the clock? But they also rob you in dealerships. They rob you in businesses. They rob you in reference to the price gouging. They send prices up out the roof, and they know it doesn't cost half as much. That's robbery. How do you not judge, but you judge that? Is it wrong to drive across the red light? Yes, it is. Who said so? That's called immoral too. You've broken a code of societal norms that we established in society, that you should wait when the light is red. You jump the red light to say, hey, something wrong here. I thought I was judged not. And being extreme that I would be, is it okay to rape somebody? Oh, no. So how are we judging then? And now you have our time, our money being invested. I know it may have been more than likely in entertaining at Aden, yeah, the hotel in Midtown, Georgetown, entertaining this abomination. I came tonight to lend my voice. Well, not lend it, because many aren't using theirs, but to raise my voice to this matter in objection to it, in objection to you, Arya Ali, you low class in this situation. No class. I know people still look at the dress. Oh, she is classy. You classy instead of my auntie, man. You classy instead with a man who has got a man while you have two sons. So what if your older son asks you, mommy, is it okay for me to have a boyfriend? What do you tell him? And what if he says, but you are sitting with this fella, this Priyanka person, with his boyfriend? It is man, so I can have a man too. What would you tell him? Would you say it's wrong? How does it become wrong now? One Edgel, you're a bishop. Is this what your Jesus would accept? No, 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 no. Do not tell me that it's secular. It cannot be secular if it has attached to it a religious norm or order. It cannot be secular if you can find within religious codes something that deems to be offensive. It can be secular. I ask you again, Arya Ali, and I ask you again, Madam Minister within the Ministry of Housing, wherever you are, you have a wedding banner and circled it, Susan Rodriguez. What was it you said? Let me tell you something that you didn't know. Well, I didn't know that you married. So tell me something I didn't know. Are you married to a female? And is this what this people is about? Are you all about the lawless behavior? But do you know why this can happen? Do you know why this would happen? It happens because individuals in our society are afraid of offending anyone who has money from which they can benefit. That's just the absolute truth. I'm asking all members of parliament to tell me about this behavior here. Because it seems as if you all are very selective in terms of what is acceptable and what you cry out about. We have children in this country. We have children in this nation. I said it about Susan Rodriguez, and I'll say it to you all again. I said with Susan Rodriguez that if you show up anywhere where there's school children, and you come with this woman, I said it at your wedding stories, and if you marry a woman, maybe change your mind and marry a man. But I'm saying if you marry to the same girl or any woman, I said it that no school in this country had better take, as they say, take God out your thoughts and have a child stand to say, especially with Tukuri Primary School, where I'm the PTA president. And any child stands to say that they want to welcome you and the woman, I would be arrested. Because that meeting will not go on. We don't endorse this kind of nasty behavior in this country. Because it is seen as abnormal in reference to societal norms and values. It is unacceptable in reference to the norms that we have set. The benchmarks of morality, that is wrong. Opposition can't talk. Because if you offend the alphabet gang, then you'll be deemed as one who has hate. And like me, vitriol spewed out of his mouth. And Nigel London is so much. I'm amazed at how many of y'all in the media are full-blown Bergamites and clappers. Y'all, you're nasty. That is why even when things happen, and I speak the things you can't report about Nigel London, and I'm saying that my name not liking because of my legal name, you can't do it. Because I speak against your behavior and y'all hate me to the core. But I don't care. Don't tell me that this is unimportant. It becomes very important when a mother of 2 boys who serves as first lady, according to what you all call her, can do this. It becomes important. It becomes very important. It becomes extremely important. Very important. Too important for you to be silent about this. When you can have in concert tonight at the Theatre Guild a man who was sitting with Arya Ali, Irfan Ali's wife, who, based on her invitation, was sitting there. And you saw how he was dressed. So he had, and I think I saw the person dancing outside as well in the street because he got endorsement from you. Forbes Burnham never endorsed this. Viola Burnham, who's Forbes' wife, never sat with any anti-man. Janet Jagan didn't do it. Neither did Chetty Jagan. Desmond Hoyt, Joyce Hoyt, never did it. Even your boy Barrett. I know you all say what you have to say, but I've never heard Barrett Jagdeo endorsing Burgamites. I've never heard Barrett Jagdeo endorsing nasty, stinking anti-manism and Clappermite. Never. I've never heard Varsity endorse it as his wife, though she may not been his bedfellow, but whatever it is, according to what she said. Donald Ramatar, I didn't hear Donald do that. I didn't hear Donald's wife do that. Granger came on the scene. You, and I will say it again, David Granger, you became, in my eye, in January 2016 or 17, it was, you became a disgrace. And I don't care who says what. The moment you, as a grown man, you're not even a, you are a young man, you're over 60, you're a big man, passed through Barnum and all them leadership, and you, of all people, would sit and say you have no problem with two men doing that? Huh? No other president did it. Oh, so just so that you can appear to be accepted by the Obamas, you have to endorse buggery? Is that how badly you want power in this country? Is that what we've come to as a society by those who are political leaders want power so much that they destroy the moral fabric of our society? What you Granger, are a historian. You talk about Africans and where the Africans came from. And you saw in Kenya, the leader of Kenya told Obama, not here. Not here. I cannot believe, I cannot fathom how you got Granger, then now we have Aria. Then we had Irfan, because in Irfan's cabinet is a woman who had invited people to share the moment of love, I think it was, huh? When she was going to marry another woman. And I raised hell along with other Guyanese. And oh, the wedding was hushed. But now I see with the wedding band on your hand, Susan, are you married to a woman? I need to know. Oh, there's one more. Sancha, Harley, where are you? I don't know if you changed your name yet, because maybe marry again. Councilwoman Sancha Harley, who told people that they must become a Betty and join and go to the PPTC for themselves. Have you seen what Aria Ali did, Sancha? You have two sons. You have two sons. Can you say something about this behavior? Or you can't talk about that either? Because it seems that Betty told you, your grandmother told you must be a Betty, and you go and see for yourself. So you saw for yourself, yet again. Suzanne invited people to the wedding, you couldn't talk. Now, Aria sitting with a full-blown anti-man, and you got two sons. Can you talk to that Councilwoman Harley? Can you speak to that? When will this nonsense stop? Don't tell me nonsense that this is the more important thing to discuss. There's nothing more important than the quality of life for our people and the moral values of our society. Because when morality erodes, then lawlessness prevails. I repeat, when morality erodes, lawlessness prevails. When morality erodes, lawlessness prevails. Don't tell me that this is unimportant. Do not suggest to me that Arya Ali has every right to sit with a grown man who told her, I am a man. And you still. And he has a man beside him. So what is he? We cannot have our society eroding like this. That is why you find, like last night, people could be stabbing women in the street. We could find people could be shooting each other. People could be stealing from each other. Persons could be doing all of these wicked things to one another, and people don't want to talk. Because we have a leader. And we have leaders in this nation who have now seen that what is abominable, what is unacceptable, and what is ridiculous is now to be silent about. What about the little girls who are so often impregnated in the interior and other regions by grown men? Have you invited them to talk to them, Arya? Have you invited those girls to sit with you at Aden, at Giraffe Cafe? Have you invited them to say, let's have a conversation? Let me see if I can make life better for you. Have you invited the teachers, Arya, who can barely make it, who have to work in dilapidated conditions, trying to teach our children? Have you invited them to say, well, let me sit with somebody else and see how best I can help you? Have you invited that mother who may have children dangling, pulling her clothes? Hungry? Huh? No. You invite an auntie man. That's the best that you can do. Have you invited our sportsmen and women who've done so well? Huh? Have you invited them to say, let me sit and talk with us so we can make it better for you? No. No. As I close, Arya Ali, Muslim, because not only church the problem, we have a Muslim here on the right and an auntie man on the left, encircled. This is what you have time to do. And you smile and laugh in the face of full-blown auntie man. You're supposed to be a married woman. You're supposed to be married to a man. Arya, last I checked, your friend's supposed to be a man. And you could find this to be, whatever it is to your term, to be acceptable. So you can go as far as in fighting this person. Who would have told you all this?
Well, first things first, I'm a man. I'm a drag queen from Canada. I won Canada's Drag Race. So Drag Race is a really big franchise.
First things first, said he. I'm a man. Juan Bundari is asking me a question on Facebook. Nigel, before you go, sir, can you clarify what's a clapper? A clapper would be a woman who is sexually involved with another woman. They clap their vagina all the time, because that's all they could do. All two women could do, if you don't buy some rubberize something, all y'all could do is have accident, collision all the time. Bump your vagina and feel happy. That's all y'all could do. And I don't know what makes you clap your mic so excited. Arya, as you've rightly said, Laverne, you want to talk about issues in this country? A woman was stabbed on the highway last night in the presence of her little child. I haven't seen Arya posing with a little child saying, come to State House, run around the yard with Aiden or whatever your son's name is, or Zaid or whatever his name is, or Zaid or whatever. Huh? I haven't seen you thus far say, bring the child to my house, as Viola Bonham may have done. No. But you could find the time. You can find the time to sit with a grown, full-blown auntie man. I don't have no fancy term for y'all. I don't try to be dignified when I come and talking to y'all. an abominable person, you could sit with them. Huh? Have you taken the time? Huh? Have you taken the time, Arya, to visit those people who lost their homes because Irfan said he didn't want to appear weak in reference to the Mocha Arcade incident? Did you visit any one of them? Did you invite them to dinner somewhere? Do you know some of those children are still shell shocked, are still traumatized severely? Do you know those children, those little girls cannot even get out of their minds when they saw a machine knocking their houses down? I would like to therefore conclude that the PPP's mode of operation and code of conduct is now, well, not now, is further eroded to the point whereby even basic moral codes you all violate. As I've said, there's something called the Criminal Offences Act of Guyana. And according to the Criminal Offences Act, Article 351 or 251, one of those, to 254, speaks clearly to buggery being an illegal act which can land a man in jail for life or 10 years or whatever. I think it's 10 years. And you sat with a man who was sitting with his man. You, Arya, a woman. And I must take the route of insulting my wisdom and choose to call you a classy woman. What makes you classy? What makes you? Huh? What makes you classy? By what standard can you be classy? I tell you again, Arthur Chong's wife never did it. Burnham's wife never did it, being Viola Burnham. Hoyt's wife never did it, Joyce Hoyt. Ramatar's wife never did it. She couldn't dress, but she had moral standards. Janet Jagger never did it. Jaggio's wife didn't do it. You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me that you could be so insane, madam? Huh? So now when we have money again, we have to act as though we are woke, as they call it. When you receive being put into office and position wherever you are, and generally speaking, the PPP, not according to me, according to the USA Treasury Department, you all are corrupt. You have government officials who are corrupt. That wasn't my saying. I told you years ago you are corrupt, in 2020. But at the hierarchy of our society, at the zenith of our society, at the upper tier of our society are the most lawless people in this country. And y'all prove me right every single day. Even in the churches, at the top of these churches, that's why y'all can't talk. You are lawless. Because you take people's money in the evangelical, Pentecostal, Baptist, Holy Ghost Costal, you criminals. That's why you can't talk. Because you take people's money, claiming it's a tithe, and tithe is food that you eat. You all can't talk because you're criminals too. For you to have that knowledge that tithing is all about food, and you could take people money. I have $100. Why don't you eat it? You acknowledge the tithe is food according to the Bible, and still going to take you 10% of the income. You are a criminal. And when society refuses to be loud against immorality, lawlessness begins to control it. When lawlessness begins to control your society, it means that the things that are so grotesque and terrible, ridiculous. I mean, some of you always sit and say, how in the world could people do that? Because you were silent about lawlessness. Don't play when it comes to morality. But Arya may want to be like Michelle Obama, who wants to show that she is so intelligent that she can entertain a man who says, I am a man, but he dresses like a woman. But you have to show that you're up there intellectually. You can associate with anybody, and you can really understand and relate to the upper level of thinking. No, it takes the worst level or strata of gutterratism. That's a new word as well. Gutterratism, like you have donkeyism. You all in the PP of government is called gutterratism. For you, madam, you girl, to be willing to sit with such a man and his man, it tells me a whole lot about your social standard and your societal values. And I would like to announce all that based on my observation, you don't have much. You do not possess anything classy in that regard. A classy woman doesn't do certain things. A woman who understands ethics, values, norms, who understands that I am in a society where the majority of people, the predominant population, is against a particular behavior, a wise woman with class doesn't endorse it. Just know that. But gutterratism will put you way down in Cricket Alley. Sorry, y'all in the US. Tonight's not let me explain too many things to you. You go way down in Cricket Alley, way down in the gutter, and you would make it look as if this is heaven. I have told you all that it cannot be coincidence that the people who are normally seen to support the PPP and be close to the likes of Jagdeo are either former criminals or are practicing criminals. In general, most of the people I see who are supportive of this group, you are criminal. This, I don't know how, what's the attraction, but I actually do know. Look at how y'all gravitate towards this lawless, disgusting behavior. Because I can just imagine that when you all begin to drink your liquor, remember you're rich now. You give your cousin a contract, your brother a contract, your ex-man a contract, your man a contract, your dog a contract, the rat a contract, even the cricket in the gutter you have a contract. Anybody get a contract with you. So when in one household you have 10 people and you have 10 different contractors in the same household who know nothing about contracts and about works and project management. But everybody get a contract. So after one day, you get 1 month, 2 months of work, you all have hundreds of millions of dollars in accounts. So you drink the most expensive liquor. And when you all begin to drink the liquor, I can imagine what you do to one another. So that is why certain behaviors publicly are really, nowadays, let's polish it. Because it tells me a whole lot. It tells me a whole lot. Madam Arya Ali, I am not disappointed in your conduct. I am disgusted by it because there's nothing that you could do to disappoint me when it comes to immoral behavior. From the time I saw you on that boat, I tell you again, cock it, as they sing, and cock up your leg and you do what you're doing. I know that you had no class. Because women with class don't do certain things in public. That's for your bedroom. But when you see you all drink liquor, the rich folk, I know them from QC and other places. When you see they decide to get drunk, the things that they do would shock you. For you to sit with a grown man, being a mother of two boys, I repeat, it says a whole lot about you. A grown, full-blown, stinking auntie man. When you could sit with such a person, it tells me a whole lot about you. And you all have to get to a place whereby you hear from someone that your conduct is unacceptable. I don't care how mad you get. There has to be a line drawn here when it comes to you as a woman. You're a woman, Aria. And imagine a woman sitting opposite a man who wants to outdress you. I mean, what's wrong with you? Every minute one of them on social media or something, and it comes up on somebody's feed or whatever it is. I don't know why some people, my page is open, it's public, so many things will come on it. But some auntie man, somebody cussing somebody, cussing someone, cussing someone, cussing, and you would entertain them. Listen, if there's one thing I know I can be convinced about, is the fact that the PPP and the PNC, now, based on this situation right here, y'all are about the most immoral set of people that we've ever had in this nation. Both of y'all. Because if you're quiet about immorality, you're immoral. I don't care how you get married. If you are quiet about immorality, you are immoral. And this is a news piece. There's not some secret here. It was splashed across the airwaves. And the PNC, as far as I can see, APNU AFC, you all are prepared already now to sit back and say, okay, then, we can't speak against this behavior because it is too rampant in our society. And it's becoming normal in our society. And after all, the US has got people who live, senators, whatever, who got they're men with men. So we really can't say too much. And the UK is really going to bombard us. They're going to really be hard on us if we speak against it. So just so that we can maintain power and have the international community, quote unquote, support us, we be silent to the detriment of our generation. I will not. I don't need anybody to give me power. I am empowered by the Most High Yahweh. I am empowered by righteousness. I'm empowered by the God who reigns above all. I am empowered by one who doesn't need man to position anybody anywhere. So I don't care about how you feel about what I say. I don't care about how you feel about me after today. I don't give two hoots like the Alwood hoot. I don't care. But I would have an issue and continue to have an issue. I don't care if it's Aria or anybody else. I will have a problem with you preachers who are quiet. You jellyback wimps. You are worse than Aria. Because you know what is abominable and you can't even talk against it. You are sick because you're afraid to lose money and favor. Take what you want from me. Take it back all you want. I tell you that two men with man is wrong. Woman with woman is wrong. Woman with woman is wrong. And I will tell you even further that when one who sits as what is called First Lady sits in that circle right there, and you can have a full-blown anti-man in front of you, you skin your teeth, I have promised that. And I will continue to say that you are disgrace. You are a thank you, Javon. What bothers y'all? What bothers you people? You preachers, what? May I say, thank you, Kai, a female, look, I keep asking you, Susan, before I leave, I have to bring you because you say, let me tell you something. I didn't know. Let me ask you something I didn't know. I don't know. Let me ask you about this. Are you married to a woman? You're in a wedding band. We need to know, Susan. Are you married to a woman? I have a white circle over the wedding band in her hand. Are you married to a woman? Huh? Let me close with this. The US had its election in January. Donald Trump will be sworn in as the president. As terrible as Donald Trump is in reference to people's reasoning, it took the terrible Donald Trump to say that no man is going to pretend that he's a woman, act as though he's a woman, or identify as a woman and go participate in any female sport. Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, not Kamala Harris, not Joe Biden. Joe Biden said that if a little 10-year-old boy wants to be a girl, he will endorse it and he will have the government or the state or whatever it is pay to support that kind of, he would give his support to such a child. Donald Trump said, hell no. Further, Trump said that in the school system, you all had better stop. He gave a warning already. He will ensure that laws are enacted that you don't have the opportunity to allow anybody to see a girl. Donald Trump. Now, with you, Aria sitting with a man, I wonder how Trump will feel when he sees that that's what you endorse. Because it may likely be a very cold day for you bugger boys in this country. A very cold day for those who commit buggery. It will be a very, very sad day for you all. When Trump begins, should he maintain this path, to put his foot down on Elon Musk, by the way, is entirely against your wokeism. I'm coining all kinds of words tonight. Musk is on your tail. So this cancel culture done. You can't cancel anybody anymore on Twitter. So the opposition again, you've got Trump being leader now, who at least, if you talk loudly, but Trump will say, okay, then I got you, because this man is a man. But no, even in this regard, our members of parliament in the opposition are quiet. Don't tell me that there are other things to discuss when a woman who has 2 children, who is the wife of one who's paid to be president, is doing this. Do not tell me that Arya Ali on the right, sitting with Priyanka on the left, a man who said to them that I am a man. Don't tell me that this is acceptable, because Arya Ali on the right is the Ali's wife, and she has 2 boys, 2 boy children. She can influence, hopefully she doesn't, but she can influence so many women in this country because of her position as first lady, as they call it. And this is the posture she took in reference to one who does what is called an illegal act in this country, an offensive act according to the law of Guyana. Arya could see the smile in her face, as Newsom called him, her. Sick, abominable, disgusting. I rest my case, but not my position. I rest my case, but not my stance. I ended the broadcast, but not my fight against this immoral, corrupt, debased, sick leadership of our country. Y'all are really doing whatever you want in reference to your concept of what is right. But there's a greater one. There's a greater one whose name is Yahweh. And Yahweh raises kings up and he pulls them down. And when you begin to do that which can influence and cause to be injured the moral code of a society and our children, Yahweh shall deal with you. Do well until we meet again.